The men responsible for this beautiful insanity are Chris and Matt. And when I asked them where the obsession came from, they said something rather lovely. Their fathers, both of them, hot rod builders. Men who looked at ordinary cars and thought, that's not enough. Now, I want you to think about the most sensible thing you have ever purchased on eBay. Maybe it was a set of kitchen knives. Maybe it was a slightly used rowing machine that's now a very expensive clothes hanger. Maybe, if you were feeling adventurous, a second-hand drill. Chris bought a 1972 minivan for $1,500, which sounds, on the surface, like the sort of decision a man makes after his third glass of wine on a Tuesday evening. A rusted, ancient, frankly ridiculous little van from the year the world still thought flares were a reasonable trouser choice. The first thing that hits you before you've heard it, before you've smelled it, before you've had the slow, creeping realization of what's actually under that bonnet, is the color. Yellow, not yellow yellow. Not school bus yellow. Not cautious, apologetic, slightly yellow yellow. This yellow. Then you notice the carbon fiber wide arch body kit, and the stance, that aggressive, planted, don't use a rover take me stance that tells you this is not, in any way, a car that will let you live a quiet life. This Mini is 53 years old. It weighs approximately the same as a medium-sized Labrador, and it is wearing carbon fiber like a pensioner who's turned up to their grandchild's birthday party in full racing leathers. Magnificent. It is the color of a man who has absolutely nothing left to prove and everything left to shout about. It is the color of a tropical wasp that has been to the gym. It is, frankly, an assault on the retinas, and I am completely here for it. Right, the engine. Because here's where this stops being a quirky restoration story and starts being something else entirely. Something that belongs in a classified document. What Chris and Matt have done with what I can only describe as the calm confidence of men who have long since stopped caring about insurance premiums is take the engine from a Honda Civic Type-R, a VTEC unit, tuned, breathed on, encouraged, in the way that only truly unhinged people encourage engines. Now, in a Civic, the VTEC engine is already a spectacular thing. It sits there being efficient and Japanese and entirely civilized right up until about 5,500 RPM, at which point it transforms into something that sounds like a fighter jet having an argument with a vacuum cleaner, in the best possible way. But a Honda Civic weighs over 1.5 tons. This Mini barely tips the scales. The result is 220 plus brake horsepower crammed into a car the size of a garden shed, with the aerodynamic properties of a yellow brick. 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. That is faster than a Porsche Boxster in a van from 1972 that you could buy for the price of a second-hand lawnmower. I want to be precise about what happens when the VTEC kicks in on a car this light. It is not acceleration in the normal sense of the word. Normal acceleration is the sensation of moving forward more quickly. This is something different. This is the sensation of the universe deciding you should be somewhere else immediately, and not particularly asking your permission. Chris and Matt didn't set out to build a sensible car. They set out to build a story. Something that turns heads in a car park and stops strangers in their tracks, and makes grown men take photographs and grown women involuntarily grip the door handle. They absolutely succeeded.